In this video, I'm going to make some Okie Chili. Now, Okie Chili ain't like Texas chili. It's got beans and it's made with hamburger meat instead of stew meat. And I'm going to add some diced tomatoes to mine because I want to bulk it up. I'm starting with lean hamburger meat. Now I'm going to turn my burner off. Now I'm going to soak up all this grease. Now y'all, this might not be the fastest method to get grease out of your meat, but you'll get more grease out of it using paper towels to soak it up than you will by straining it with a colander. And that's why I do it like this. Speaking of straining meat, I found one made of sterling silver from 1835 on eBay and they wanted $7,800 for it. Now I'm going to dump my meat into this lined crock pot. I'm going to add my chili seasoning. Now I'm going to add my red kidney beans. I don't use chili beans. Chili beans are nothing but white beans and some kind of nasty chili sauce, and I don't like them. Now I'm going to add tomato paste to it. Now this paste don't ever come out by itself, so I'm going to show y'all a trick. Something I discovered after I made my beef enchilada soup. You remove both lids. Now remember, that's the bottom lid. Leave the top lid on it. Get you a pepper shaker or salt shaker or whatever, and push on that lid Now watch. See that? And here's what the inside looks like. It's pretty clean. And I can clean it even more with my sprayer. There you go. See, cleaning the can out this way is a lot easier and safer than using your fingers, because you can cut a finger on these sharp edges. That ain't going to happen if you use a spray bottle. I didn't get my pepper shaker very dirty. It's going to wipe off real easy. It ain't a big deal. Now I'm going to add my tomato sauce, and I'm using the no salt added. Now I'm going to add the diced tomatoes to it. Again, no salt added. I'm adding these diced tomatoes just to bulk up my chili, make a bigger meal out of it. It's not traditional, and I normally don't do it. Our railways had been blown up and they were blocked. The Union Army would shoot anyone hauling a wagon of goods across the South. So chances are, unless you were actually in Florida, you weren't getting any lemons or oranges. So this is something that ain't talked about in textbooks, but Southerners depended on tomatoes for citric acid to prevent scurvy. Yeah, the whole idea of eating citrus during the winter didn't become a thing until after the Civil War, when the railroads were repaired. And you know, they had to be connected to California and Florida and whatnot to transport those oranges, and still only the wealthy could afford them because the transportation costs were so high. So I don't know exactly when citrus fruit entered into the mainstream diet, but I know in the South we've always relied on tomatoes for citric acid to prevent scurvy, especially in the winter. And that's why growing tomatoes is a thing in the South. Now, because I added tomatoes to this, I'm going to have to add some chili powder to it. I ain't even going to measure it. I'm going to add chili powder and taste it until it tastes like chili. Then I'll stop. when y'all make chili, you can add cayenne pepper, jalapenos to it if you want to, but I can't handle really spicy food. Yeah, I've tried just about every canned chili there is out there. I've even tried brick chili, and there ain't none of it tastes right. To me, it all tastes like shit, and it's all too hot. I can't eat it. And I generally don't like anybody's chili but my own anyway. Yeah, chili's like meatloaf. It's one of those things, either it's good or it's not. I'm going to cover this and let it boil for a long time. Anytime I cook something in a crock pot, I like to use one of these liners, and it ain't just for easy cleaning, it's also for easy transferring to a storage container so I can put my chili or soup or whatever in the fridge. I'm going to show y'all how I do this. You want to have your scissors or kitchen shears handy before you pick this bag up. What you want to do is pick it up and hold one corner in your hand. Spin this other corner around, hold it in your hand as well. Now at this point you want to go ahead and keep this bag sitting in the crock pot. Cut one corner off. And make sure you cut a big enough piece that it's all gonna pour out into this container. Hold this corner over the container just like this and very slowly release it. See there, now if you're careful you won't make a big mess. Well, that chili's done enough that I'm going to eat it. I like to put cheese on top of my chili. And I eat it with unsalted crackers. Now y'all can eat your chili however you want to. Some people add sour cream to it. Some people eat it with tortilla chips. A lot of us in the South eat it with cornbread. We actually crumble cornbread into our chili like we do our beans. I'm not one of them. Well, it's time for me to eat this chili. And y'all, it is colder than a welder's ass out there. It is 3 degrees outside and it's going to get colder. We've got a blue norther come through. Rest y'all would call it a polar vortex. Y'all, there ain't nothing better on a cold winter night than a hot boiled chili. I love it. I'm a pig, y'all, can't you tell? Well, y'all go on ahead and make your pot of chili. There ain't nothing to it.